We are back. Okay, we have another race coming up. Tomorrow we are doing the London 10K, and I'm going to take you through the full weekend in terms of today is Saturday. We're going to travel down to London. We're getting the train. It is currently 8 minutes past 8 and the train is at 9:58. Just finished up packing, making sure that I've got all the essentials for not only the race, but I'm staying in London until Tuesday. And I'm going to have a little bit of a detox weekend, so it should be good. I'll probably not catch it all the detox weekend because you don't want to see what goes on outside the running world. But yeah, so London 10K is tomorrow at 9:30 start time. I'm excited, of course. I travel down to London today. I'm staying with one of my mates. I need to pick up my bib, which I'll try and get some footage of that, as that is at the Saucony store. So yeah, it should be a good sort of content-worthy trip. So if you want to stay tuned, stay tuned. If you're not, and you've already cut off now, then you don't even know what I've said. So yes, all aboard the LNER. Let's go. I'm here, Central Station. Had the greatest encounter with the Cafe Nero. Went to go get a coffee, and she informed me that she's going on a break, so I couldn't get a coffee. Luckily, new Starbucks across the road. Can't get vexed at that. Train's in about 20 minutes, so I'm just going to stand awkwardly on the platform, a bit like, I don't know, Ashley Cole in that picture with Roma. I'm just going to stand here. But yeah, in case you've not seen Newcastle Central Station before, it's not really that much going on, to be honest. There's an LNER, that's what I'm on, but not that one, obviously one that comes here. So yeah, I'll catch you when I'm on the train carriage. There's a lot of England tops, obviously, with the game tonight.
You are now.
On you.
I'll be recording you getting the train then.
Oh yeah. All aboard the LNER.
Azuma.
First class.
Sorry. First class seats for first class.
Yeah. It was too busy, wasn't it? We got kicked out the seats.
Oh dear. It's quite loud.
It's not that subtle. Fingers crossed, baby.
Leave it in.
Dip collection key. Max isn't even running. Happening team. I'm here in the big smoke. I'm at my mate's apartment, which is a blessing. It is in Covent Garden, which is ideal because I picked up this little bad lad just there. So put that down because it's a bit windy. Yeah, I didn't really shoot anything, I think, because I sort of went for a shakeout, didn't bring camera, and I have a video here which I'll put, which was me doing strides. And yeah, pretty much from that, we've got a great view. Obviously England playing tonight. I'm not going out to watch that, which is a sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice we make for PBs. In terms of what I'm going to do, I'm going to order some food, I'm going to get some pasta, and I'm going to chill out. I might watch a little bit of the game, maybe, but I'm solely focused on getting a decent sleep in, really. Yeah, run you through what's happened. So, got to London, came straight away, picked up my bib, went for a nice little shakeout run around. I'm terrible with areas around here, but it was near Buckingham Palace. Did some strides on the mall, and yeah, I'm now back at the apartment and chilling out. I'm gonna run you through what I'm gonna do tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna try and PB. The last few weeks of training has been solid. I'm definitely in shape to PB. In terms of the session wise, it went well. I've done all I'm going to put you there. Done all the necessary sessions and nailed the pace. So we're going to go off at around, it is warm, but I'm going to go off at around 325 to 327 pace, which should line me up quite nicely to try and go through halfway in around 17 minutes, bang on to 17:05. And then from there, I've always got a good kick, so we're going to try and make a good kick towards the end. But in terms of the plan, that is it. I think I'm in shape for a PB, and I have fingers crossed we get one. But if not, look, it'll be a good little race. It's a good one to do. I did it last year. We ran 37:16, I believe, last year, which was a PB at the time. Obviously did Manchester 10k as the most recent 10k, which was 34:58, and PB'd back in January at the Newcastle 10k, which was definitely different conditions to what this is. So fingers crossed for a good performance tomorrow. I believe there's some quick runners out there, so we're going to try and nail that. It's been a hot day, but I've managed to get a lot of fluids on. I've ate a beautiful Italian sandwich, and I'm going to order some pasta now. Might watch something on telly just to sort of take my mind off the running, which I think always helps. But yeah, in terms of the day before the race, not much goes on apart from shakeout, obviously travel, and then chilling out. I'm going to pin my bib, but yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Obviously, a bit of a gutter that I'm not watching the game, or at least out for the game. But again, like, for me, I've put in a lot of work for the last few weeks. Probably not as much as what I could have with having a few races, but definitely enough to salvage a PB. So we're going to go all in for that tomorrow. So yeah, I'll probably cut to me when I'm eating some sort of pasta. I've got the breakfast for tomorrow, which will be banana, honey and rice, so I'm going to try and get as much content as that. There's an ambulance going back, so I'll just give you 2 seconds. In terms of what's going on, I thought you should see me. Where was that at? Oh yeah, so in terms of the race itself, like, the course is a little bit turny, but there's good areas of straights where you can pick up a bit of speed. And like I said, there should be some fast runners out there. Once we've ticked the race off, I'm going to enjoy a bit of downtime, as I feel that we've went through a lot of races, especially this year, but also on the back of Valencia. So it'd be nice to sort of relax, take my mind off running, take my mind off like anything based around fitness, and sort of, I've got a bit of time off work, sort of just enjoy life, especially now I'm in London for a few days with a couple of mates. It'll be a good one. Funny because the 2 lads I'm with will not be running, and they're out for the game, so I can't see them making the game. But we do have a videographer tomorrow, so maybe I can put some clips in here of the race. But yeah, we've got a videographer tomorrow with Solace, who have been amazing at supporting my journey since pretty much Valencia. Yeah, obviously use their hydration throughout my training, and like, it's been great, to be honest. Like, it's a product that I've enjoyed using, and I've given it to a lot of people around my local area who've used it and said it's solid as well. So it's not just an opinion because I'm getting a videographer, but yeah, it's nice to have these things, and I've definitely worked hard to try and get these sort of things with content and putting down some solid times. So fingers crossed for a big PB tomorrow. We do obviously have to try and drop a sub 17 minute 5k in the second half, which sounds really scary considering PB is 16:47, but again, PB was done in December. We've banked loads of fitness since then. So yeah, I'm gonna order some pasta and then settle down. So I'll catch you very shortly. Actually, just to add, by the way, I'm not some person who would go, oh, I'm going to sit in first class, but it was too crowded. Me and my mate didn't have seats together because he got on at York, and I was like, let's go, let's get first class. So, quick update. Bib is on, and food is here. Let's see what we've got. Didn't know where to order from. It'll do, we want it, it'll do. We've got some French fries as well. Gonna eat this, and then it'll be lights out after that. Good morning. Apologies, I didn't get any footage this morning getting changed and eating. I've got a couple of clips that I put here, But the boys were asleep. They got in after the England game at like 5 a.m. So I didn't want to wake them by talking on a camera. But I'm on my way. Shit. To the start line. This is London. Yeah, so making our way to the start line. I actually have no idea where I'm going. I did walk a bit of it yesterday. I think Piccadilly is down there. There's a couple of runners, so that might make sense. Got a videographer, going to meet him down here for about 8:30, get a warm up done. And then showtime, baby. I'll try and get as much as I can, but I don't think it'll be quite significant because I'm going to have to put this away. So, yeah. Busy one. Gonna do the warm up and then I'm gonna put the camera away. It's gonna go in the bag. Yeah, and then showtime.
In front of us here on Whitehall.
I think 34:45, which is like 14
Recent
seconds off
finishes, here we
PB.
go.
But on that course, in that heat, we'll take
Tom,
it.
Matthew,
100%.
Simon, Raphael, Francisco, Jose, Kai He.
Well, that was a hot race. Came through 34:44, which is about 14 seconds off PB. So I'm pleased, to be honest. Like, it was a hot conditions course, a bit turny. It's easy to blame them, but it's probably a reflection of where I'm at the minute. In terms of fitness wise, I thought training wise suggested a better time, but you know, I am happy. You've got to think a couple of turns and that it could have been a different story. But I'm gonna cool down and then I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the sun. Cool down done. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Even just doing the cool down there, which wasn't too long after the race, it's so warm. So I think, personally speaking, probably one of the hottest races I've done. A lot of people have said the same. I think I did a lot of heat training in terms of sauna and stuff, which does help, but at the same time, you can't really factor in that kind of condition. In terms of in the UK, you can't really train for it properly. But that said, pretty satisfied with running that kind of time. The course, I mean, there's a lot of turns, so it's difficult to try and pick up the pace and keep a constant pace going. So with that said, obviously probably a factor as well, but especially being 14 seconds off PB, I think you factor in a few more straights, less turns, and even in those conditions you're probably looking at PB. But that's the game we play, and that's what the cards have been dealt, and you've got to play to those conditions. There's obviously a lot of downhills as well, with a few inclines, but yeah, it's just hard to, you'll see in the splits really that it's hard to get a constant pace kind of going. But that said, satisfied, lovely day in the capital. So we're gonna now, I think I'm gonna have a beer. I haven't had a beer since after Manchester marathon, so it's time to indulge and have a little bit of fun time. So yeah, I'll probably do a full debrief when I get back to Newcastle in a few days, but I'm currently staying in London till Tuesday. Today is obviously Sunday, so yeah, I'll catch you when I'm sat back home and I've had a bit of time to reflect. Okay, I am back home and I thought I would run you through the debrief of the race. It's a few days now since the race. It's Thursday, obviously race is on Sunday. I've had a lot of time to sort of just switch off from running, which is exactly what I wanted after the race. But in terms of how the race went, I'm actually quite pleased with it. I think the conditions were really hot. I knew from the first sort of few kilometers, like it started slightly uphill, which is always a tough one to gauge how you're going to feel. But in terms of how it felt, like I couldn't get my breath right. And then eventually when I got that right, about 3k in, I then started to feel the heat at halfway, tried to kick, and yeah, that just, there was no kick there. I think the last sort of few kilometers was where I sort of really give it a push and try to get over the line as close to, if not under PB as possible. So 34.44 isn't a bad effort at all. I think on maybe a different course, which was less turny and different conditions, there is a PB there in the 10k. But honestly, if you told me at the start of the year you'd run 3 10k races and get under 35 minutes for all 3, I would probably laugh. So I ran that same course last year, which I did 37.16. So over 12 months, we've definitely made progress. So yeah, I'm quite pleased upon reflection. I think there could have been things that I might have done differently in the race, like push at a sooner point if possible, but I don't think it was possible because I could feel the heat. So yeah, in terms of a reflection of fitness, I think we're in shape for a PB across most distances, obviously apart from marathon, because we'll need to tailor stuff towards that. But yeah, look, you kind of PB every race, and especially when you start to get to a higher standard of running and faster times, it becomes harder too, and that's just the beauty of putting in the work over the years. I think I know in myself that there's things that I need to do more of, which I'm not doing, which I've got away with really in the last few months, well, last year really, because, you know, you get the new gains from running and stuff like that. So yeah, there's just a few things like that I want to try and focus on. So it leads me on to my next thing. In terms of what's next is there's a few local races. Got the Quayside 5k. We've got a 10 miler, which I think I'm just going to do as a easy long run. But yeah, in terms of the next goal, for me, the races that I've always enjoyed doing, the distance I've always enjoyed is the marathon. I also enjoy doing a half marathon during that block. So for me, I think, sorry, Macy's just... For me, I think the main focus now is on Valencia in December. I'm no longer doing Amsterdam. So yeah, pretty much between now, well, I'm having 2 weeks now of just no hard running. It's all going to be easy runs. Probably only going to do a couple of runs in terms of... Sorry, I got an important text. I'm probably only going to make, only going to do a few runs. I think this week so far I've done 2, which is just to kind of get the body moving. I have indulged in other activities, such as watching England get knocked out of the World Cup, having a few beers. But in terms of after the 2 weeks, we're going to go into the marathon block. It gives us a long few months to sort of tailor towards Valencia. Across that, we do have Copenhagen half in September, which more than definitely we're going to try and aim for a PB. More of a B race. I think the A race is 100% Valencia now. I enjoy the marathon, so it's best to just put all the work into that and try not to like I've ran the 10K PBs when I've not specifically trained that hard for them, but they've just came because I've got fitness bank from the marathon. So for me, next up is the marathon. So on this channel, there will be a lot more posts about marathon training. Everything's going to be based on that because that's the distance that we really enjoy targeting. So if you stayed for the duration of this video, thank you very much for your attention again. If you're on an elliptical or a bike, I'm hoping that this video got you through whatever session you're doing. But in terms of if you want to add any more support, give me a like, subscribe. That would be much appreciated. Yeah, shout out to the team at Solace for supporting me through that race. Support me all, yeah, really. And Carlos, who I will put his tag in, who made this montage, is that right, of the race. Really good work. So yeah, in terms of that, I'm very happy. So yeah, on to the next one. So I'll catch you in the next vid, guys. Bye.